Hey, so this video is going to go over what we've done over the last few weeks, the most important stuff in class and remotely for global studies. So if you are in your Google Classroom for global studies, I should go to the homepage. So Google Classroom, go up to classwork, and then we are working in culture right now. So one thing that we did in class is under Culture Icebergs and Culture Board, there are two Google slideshows. So the first thing that we did is we looked at this Culture Iceberg slideshow. Okay. And we did this after we did our A to Z culture list. And we started to think about how culture shows up in a couple different ways. Underneath in this notes section, it says culture is like an iceberg. Some aspects of it are prominent, like the tip of an iceberg. We can see them. It's very kind of easy almost to point them out. But a lot of it, so values and beliefs that shape who we are and how we understand our experiences and how we participate in our experiences, exist beneath the surface. So underneath the underneath part of the iceberg. That description is from Teaching Tolerance. So we talked about that, how this is a whole iceberg, but we can only see like 10% of it, right? And the other 90% of the iceberg is underneath the surface. And so we can use this analogy for a lot of different things, but when using it for culture, we can look at the surface culture, so what we can see, and then the bulk of it, most of what we can't see, like values and beliefs and things like that, is underneath the surface, underneath the water. So then we went to this second slide, and it has some examples of this surface culture, of the tip of the iceberg. I'm really sorry, somebody's on the ropes course. I'm not sure if that's in my video or not. But things that are included in this kind of surface culture, or the tip of the culture, are like food and dress and music and visual arts and language and celebrations and activities and games. We can see all of those things in our culture and in other cultures and look at them and compare them, and it's easy to see them and kind of understand it. And then we spent some time talking about this deeper culture. So the bulk of culture, so different values and beliefs and things that shape how we live in the world and how we show up in the world and how we understand it. And talked about how these beliefs or values or experiences that are in deep culture, so the things that are harder to see, can connect to what we can see. So the prominent aspects of culture, the tip of the iceberg. So if you think about celebrations, it's easy to see celebrations related to Christmas or to New Year's or to the 4th of July or to the Chinese New Year or to Rosh Hashanah, which is Jewish New Year, to Hanukkah. So those are all celebrations. Like we can see things that happen and participate in things that happen with those holidays and celebrations. But then we can also dive deeper and connect them to beliefs and values. So values of community connection, or a belief in God or gods, or a belief in certain ways of doing things, or how the world was created. So we spent some time thinking about those and thinking of some specific examples in our cultures, in our lives, and from our Culture A to Z lists. And then we ended with just kind of these two different definitions of culture. One is it's shorter, more concise, and one is a little bit longer. They're both really good. The first one is from the Peace Corps. And it defines culture as ways of living and believing that are handed down from one generation to the next. So ways of living, ways of believing, values that are handed down from generation to generation. The next definition is again from Teaching Tolerance, and it's a bit more meaty, but still really good. Culture is a shared system of meanings, beliefs, values, and behaviors through which we interpret our experiences. Culture is learned, collective, and changes over time. Culture is generally understood to be what we know everyone like us knows. So again, it's hitting on the kind of the surface level, the tip of the iceberg, the things that we can see, but then also going down to beneath the iceberg to the values and beliefs and behaviors. Both of these definitions really focus on how their culture is handed down from generation to generation. So we spent some time on that. And then if you go back to your Google Classroom, and under the same topic, under the same material posting, there is a culture board. So we took some time, and in one class are still finishing up taking some time to think about our own cultures. This is my example. And this is up there for you to look at. But up in this top box, up in this top box, it talks about culture a little bit, and just remembering that culture is different from race, but it is often connected to our family ancestry, so handing down through generations. It includes traditions we're intentional about maintaining, so celebrations or ways of being, ways of living, beliefs, those bigger picture things, but it also can include smaller things in our daily routines or in our daily lives that we don't really think about or we're not really conscious of. So what this activity does is gets you to think about both of those things. I'm going to zoom this out one more time. There are things on the side that you can drag and choose. These are not the end-all be-all list of topics in culture, but there's some in here. So I dragged money, tattoos and piercings, education, gender roles, the outdoors, holidays / family time, I combined two, career choices, and religion. And then these are examples of my culture, of how I've learned how to be different things that I value, that my family values, different beliefs that I have. Sometimes my beliefs and my values and my take on culture matches up with my family or the broader groups that I identify with, and sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. So these are my examples. So your task you're going to go to File, make a copy, entire presentation. You're going to put your name, Culture Board. So you'll have your own copy. And then what you're going to do, this part is going to take a little bit longer, and that is fine. You're totally capable. Is after it is loaded, which is it's taken a while, you're going to go in, and this is your own copy, so you're going to delete all of my examples, like so. So then it'll be blank, and you can keep the same topics that I kept, or if you don't really want to think, if you're not really sure how to talk about money or how that shows up in your culture yet, but you're like, no, food, like I know food, like I know the role that food has in my life and the importance that it has, you can drag it like that. So you're going to delete my examples, and then you're going to choose, say you don't want to, you don't have any strong feelings on gender roles quite yet, you're still working on it, but you're like, independence. I want to talk about how independence shows up in my culture and in my life, so you'll drag it over there. And then there should be text box still there, so you would type your responses here. So you are thinking about how these aspects of culture show up in your life, and writing about it on the sticky note. So that is that for the culture icebergs and culture board. And then the next thing that we're going to start is working on our create a culture. So this is kind of in two parts. There's a PDF that has the part 1 directions right here. There is also a video that explains what that is. So I'll have you watch that video when you get to the create a culture work. Email me and let me know if you have any questions or you need any support, or what you still might be confused on.